everybody, my name is Joshua Winkins and welcome back to another video. This video is a review on the iPhone X after a month, after a couple of weeks, or whatever. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of break down my experience with this iPhone. Do I recommend it? Trying to go through the biggest features of this entire iPhone, and I've got it all up here. So first thing, obviously, this is probably more geared towards people that are kind of on the edge of getting an iPhone, not sure if they want one. So let's go ahead and kind of highlight the main features on why you would want to get the new iPhone. So first of all, there's Apple Pay. I know this is available on any device, but I'm talking about Apple Pay with face identification. And I know this is not the first iPhone, the iPhone 10 came out with it, but in terms of just smoothness, like if I want to give you just a review on what I personally think, I honestly think it's amazing. I personally like to use my card. I don't like to use cash. That's my personal opinion. And I honestly, it's like 4 or 5 seconds faster than using a normal credit card. So basically, if you guys don't know, all you gotta do is just double click the power button on the side, and you'll see a little screen come up. You'll look at your phone, it'll say like face recognize, now hold it near scanner. Hold it near the scanner, and it will just say like confirm purchase, yes. That is literally it. All you have to do is just hit okay, purchase is successful. To me, it is just really nice. I personally have not compared it with Google Pay or whatever it's called, so I'm not personally sure, but in terms of just Apple Pay in general, I personally have not had any problems with it. I highly recommend you get it, especially if you have face identification. Another big feature, part of this iPhone, is the Home app. The Home app is to me, it's amazing. Now, I personally, as I've shown you before in older videos, I've got Philips Hue light bulbs that I can control with my Home app. And to give you just an overview right off the bat, we would recommend it. Yes, I personally think these smart home apps connected with Apple Home, as you can see right here, whatever I think it's Apple Home, I'm not sure correct naming of it, but if I was to give you a general overview, I'd say yes, it's an amazing feature to have. I think using this, if you have the ability to be able to control smart apps, smart accessories, locks, cameras, lights off your smartphone, I highly recommend it. And with Siri, you could activate it by just say Siri, turn on my lights, turn on my bedroom, stuff like that. You can put towards kind of scenes. So you have a bedroom scene, an office scene. So when you walk in your room, you can kind of say, "Oh, hey Siri, good morning," and stuff like that. And then it'll turn on your scene that you've already preset for your morning. That personally to me is a really cool feature, and that is one of the biggest apps that I personally love to use. Now another thing is picture and video quality. What do I personally think about picture and video quality? Now, as somebody who has previously owned an iPad mini 2 and a Samsung Galaxy J7, I'm pretty sure you're going to understand what my biases are. Obviously, this thing is better. Meaning that's the obvious. iPad mini 2 and Samsung Galaxy J7. There's not much of a comparison between both those devices. But, I mean, I don't know much about Pixel 3, I know that's coming out. Got the Samsung Galaxy Note 9. I personally don't know. I know the whole thing about Beautygate. Apparently it's not real, apparently it is real. I personally do not know. But in terms of just my overall thoughts on it, I can't say it's the best camera, obviously, but I personally love it. It's definitely me. I obviously have my camera right here, so I don't really say much about it. But in terms of just nice photos, I'm going to go ahead and flash on a couple photos on the screen while I'm kind of talking, just so you guys can actually judge, not edited, not pre-edited, not anything like that. But I we'll have videos going on screen as I'm talking and stuff like that. But in terms of video quality, amazing. I absolutely love the stereo sound. You can definitely tell that's really nice when you're listening to anything. The sound just sounds absolutely crisp, absolutely amazing. And I know, as you obviously know, is adjusting the depth of field. That'll be on screen. That is personally my favorite thing about this entire phone. If I had to list off my favorite feature of this entire phone, it would be adjusting the depth of field. That is ridiculous. Adjusting the depth of the field off your phone, to me, that is just mind-blowing. I can't even fathom how in the world that works. I have other notes on here. I've got speed. So far, I personally have not had any problems with lagging. I have never had my iPhone freeze. Durability of the iPhone, I personally have never dropped it in water, never dropped it on ground, on concrete, the ground, whatever. I personally can't say much to it, but apparently I've seen drop tests. It's definitely very good, although I have seen tests. This screen is actually not as durable as Apple claims it to be, the most durable glass. Apparently it's not that durable. I haven't had many problems with it. And getting back to the speed, the one problem that I've had, I know people say the Wi-Fi reception and cell reception are awful. I completely object to that. I've had no problems with Wi-Fi. Cellular service is amazing. Although I have experienced, the only problem I've ever experienced with this entire phone is my cellular service disconnected. I could not even use my cellular service, so I just reset my network settings. That was about a couple weeks ago, and so far, perfectly fine. Just a little glitch. I mean, I know it was a couple days after iOS 12.1, so it could have been some kind of glitch when I updated to it. I personally don't know. Price of the phone. Now, this is gonna kill everybody on the price of the phone. Is this worth $1,000? Now, like I've said before, I've never had the Pixel 3. I've never had the Samsung Galaxy Note 9, so I don't have much to speak on. But I personally don't think this is worth $1,000. Now, don't get me wrong, this phone is fast, durable, all the above. It meets the check marks. But the problem with Apple is I personally feel like is they like to add extra features like 3D touch and stuff like that are cool. After about 2 weeks you get bored of it and you say, yeah, it wasn't even worth 3D touch. So personally speaking, from somebody that's never had 3D touch, I got bored of it really fast. Still cool feature, but I personally I get bored of it. But price may be worth the price of Google Pixel 3. Definitely not worth $1,000. If you are going to get a phone, get the iPhone XS, 64 gigabytes. If you want to get a new iPhone, get that or get an iPhone 8 Plus. Those would be my two recommendations. Don't go for the iPhone XS Max. Don't go for the extra storage on the iPhone XS unless you have that money. That's my personal recommendation. Face ID, I do have it on here. Face ID screen size. Personally, I actually will admit I do feel the screen, this phone is actually not 5.8 inches. It does feel a little bit small. That's a personal preference. Face identification, fast, have any problem with that. I have had, I don't know if this is my problem, I have it a couple times where like it doesn't recognize my face at first and then I constantly keep looking at it and it stops, doesn't recognize my face. I don't know if that's a safety feature, I personally don't know. I usually just type in my passcode and that's the only frustrating thing with Face ID is sometimes it doesn't recognize your face, but in terms of it does recognize your face, smooth, absolutely fast. I got surprised. I woke up morning when it's dark, no light, looked at my phone and unlocked. That to me is cool, but on a whole freaky level. They can recognize your face with no light on your face, but just the light on the iPhone. That to me is absolutely just ridiculous. Also, I haven't put on here, but some of my notes is display. At the True Tone display, which kind of adjusts to your light setting, night shift, which puts like an orange glow, orange tint on your screen, so you can view at night. Personally, I love those two. True Tone it works how it should. Night shift is amazing. I couldn't live without night shift. My eyes would be dead by the time I woke up. And one of the last features that I like to talk about is battery life. Battery life, I'll admit, I'm a little disappointed. I don't personally think this is the best phone with battery life. But if you use it, if you charge it up at night, full heavy use next day, it'll last you 20-30% at the end of the night. I use it pretty hardcore. YouTube definitely kills battery. I'm not a gamer, so I can't speak to that, but in terms of YouTube, social media, that's what I'm kind of constantly engaged in. I'll charge all at night, I wake up, and by the time the next day is over, 30% battery. I usually about 70-80% battery a day, so day-long battery, yes, I do probably admit that, but I feel like maybe it could go a little bit longer. The iPhone XS Max is where you want to go. Battery life, no complaints about that. I've never ran out of batteries unless if I have charged. If I haven't charged that night, then I do run into battery problems. But those are kind of my basic kind of overviews of the iPhone XS. I promise you this is the last video of the iPhone XS. It's still a little bit of hype because of iOS 12.1 is coming out, but in terms of the iPhone XS starting to die again, got the Pixel 3, the new device is coming out, so I just wanted to give myself a lot of time to review this, actually give a thoughtful review of this entire phone. So anyways guys, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys did enjoy the video, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. And if you guys are watching me on Facebook, go ahead and give me a follow on Facebook. And comment down below if anything that I missed you'd like to go over. I can answer down in the comment section below. Make sure you leave a like. And I will see you guys next Sunday, like always. Peace!